Divine Feminines, this is the second part of your reading. We looked at the pain, what you needed to surrender around all of those pain points in the earlier reading. If you didn't get a chance to look at that, then go back a video on my page and get that reading first. Now that you're here, let's look at what Spirit has for you in terms of healing advice and your medicine to move forward, okay? So this is pile number 1, number 2, number 3. Take the messages that you got out of the reading before this one and apply it to the advice that comes out of this reading. All right, let's go. All right, so if you chose number 1, Spirit is saying what you got to heal: rejection, the feeling of rejection, the feeling of not being good enough, not being wanted, right? This is something that is prevalent in the divine feminine community. But the goal here is to take that rejection and turn it into fuel to move forward, right? Really using it to help you grow and expand and build yourself up. Yes, feelings of rejection can cripple you, can make you feel like you are worthy less. I don't even know if that's a word, but like you are not worth much. But you can always learn and improve from that energy if you are willing to shift your perspective around it, right? Always recognizing that God's rejection is actually God's protection. How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to tune in. Here's your medicine, the Ayana Vision, Way of the Divine Feminine Revealed. I love that this came up talking about the Divine Feminine right off top. You see that big butterfly on her head, right? On her forehead. We're talking about shifting your perspective. We're talking about transforming the way that you see yourself, right? This card talks about the Divine Feminine really yearning to reveal her way, her wisdom to you so that you can live passionately and purposefully, right? So really tuning into yourself as the Divine Feminine and recognizing your power as the Divine Feminine, trusting your inner guidance, your inner voice, right? Recognizing what it is you truly want, honoring your visions, and allowing that energy to move you from within, right? Really walking the path of your own personal sacred mission, not being afraid to be who you really are, right? That's how you're going to experience the clarity and the relief on a soul level, right? Because once you start tapping into truth, that's the only thing that can come up, right? That's where truth lives, in your own authenticity, right? It says Ayana Vision is the blossoming awareness of your life purpose and true inner passion. You are being lovingly pushed to admit to your authentic and most passionate soul yearnings, becoming bold with honesty. So giving up everything you've held on to in fear or out of fear, because the only thing that matters the most, right, is what it is you are here to do, what it is you actually believe in, what it is you feel so connected to as your true life calling and purpose. Really releasing yourself from the idea that it can't turn out, right? And knowing that it can't turn out simply because you want it and you can make it so. Okay? All right, if you chose number 2, healing. Yeah, family and tribe. Reconnecting your connections, doing whatever work is needed right now around your relationships and the people around you. And look at this, we have 43, Viracocha, honor the light. I feel like this is about you honoring the warrior in you and the warrior in those around you. Really not sleeping on your tribe right now, really not taking your tribe for granted, and really leaning into your tribe as a source of support and a space of love for you at this time, right? And like I said, this card talks about you being the light bearer, right? It says your sole purpose is to redress the presence of darkness on this planet through shining the light. So this may mean having to cut some people in your family or your tribe go if they're not on the same page as you, because you're meant to do this, you know, to bring light in ways that are uplifting to you, right? So really looking at what brings brightness to your spirit and doing those things and being with people who support that, who contribute to that, right? Creating a loving legacy of light, right? It says people around you, perhaps even you, can sometimes get caught up in the troubles of the world and forget to focus on the light. Maybe you came from a family where that was part of, the patterns that showed up, just being, depressed and low vibrational and, in addictions, just not living life in the light. That's not you. So it says you have to persistently remind yourself of who you are, tap into your creative power, and step into your light intentionally, right? When you do that, you have much more power and influence to bring about the things that it is you are wanting. Okay, so if you chose number 3, all right, so healing some things with the home are important right now. I feel like this is about establishing a very strong foundation and stability, writing down the things that you want, making your vision plain where you can actually see it, right, and read it day to day. And this may actually have to do with the home that you live in, or just the home inside of yourself, feeling at home inside of yourself. And look at that, we have Alakoa 34, spirit of the warrior, right? So the warrior is a fighter. The warrior is someone who never gives up, particularly when it comes to the home, right? Home talks about your unconscious ability to attract things into your life, partners, situations, things that you want and need, right? This card honors the wounded child in you who may have felt like, you had to keep recreating home over and over again, like you can never feel at home. And this card talks about the need to reparent yourself. So having to clear out any feelings that may be trapped inside you at this time that are sabotaging you for some reason. And the reason why, in the way that you do that, is with the spirit of the warrior. And I like this card. Look at this card. Doesn't this warrior, not only does he, she, whatever it is, look tough and confident, but also open at the same time, with a lot of wisdom and awareness coming through the eyes. So I feel like that's really important. And look, another butterfly on top of the head, symbolizing the ability to shift, symbolizing transformation. And we have a heart at the throat. So being loving in our communication, loving in the way that we speak over ourselves and others, right? This card talks about, even though you may yearn for peace, right? You recognize that without truth, genuine peace can never be. So even if it triggers an upheaval of transformation, the need to set things right is strong in you. So this is about being able to use the power of your voice, right? It says this is the inner drive of the spiritual warrior, the compelling soul need to uphold truth, goodness, and justice. And you will fight for these things because that's your way. That's the way of the spirit warrior. So you got to trust, see, and feel the positive impact that you're making in the world, whether you actually can physically see it or not, right? You have to be relentless about expressing the divine that lives in you, whether you feel hopeless, whether you feel despair, whether you feel defeated. You cannot give up, right? And to do that, you have to tune in to the heart of your awareness, which at the core of it lies in expressing yourself and communicating your truth. All right, so those are your messages. I hope you got something out of that. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like this video, share it, follow me. I love you. Peace.